Welcome everyone to the Indiana Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair. We have an awesome lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But first, I have a couple of housekeeping items for you all. Number one, this is a webinar, so your cameras and your microphone are off. Our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening. Next, this is a really fun format to learn about multiple schools at one short time. So we hope that you enjoy this format and that you'll sign up for additional sessions. There's still one whole hour after this one this evening. This is being recorded this evening, and so I hope that you will, in 1 week, go back to strivescan.com/Indiana and access this recording and all the recordings that are happening tonight. And finally, we know that you're going to have questions, and our panelists want to make sure that you leave with those questions answered. So you can at any time put in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen your question, but also note the college or institution that you're directing your question to so that our panelists can answer that appropriately. Lastly, this is a 6x6 program, which means every college only has 6 minutes to share great information with you. We hope that that will be just enough that you'll want to continue doing some more research. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our panelists. First up, I have the opportunity of introducing to you the University of Kentucky. Lindsay, take it away whenever you're ready.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Lindsay Shokes, and I am your admissions counselor at the University of Kentucky. I am lucky enough to work with all of our students from the state of Indiana. So no matter where you are tuned in tonight, I get to be the person who helps through your college search process. I'm excited to share a quick few minutes with you about the University of Kentucky. So to get us started, when you think about UK is a large public research institution located right here in Lexington, Kentucky. Currently, we have a little over 31,000 total Wildcats on campus. And that does include our current students, as well as, our college students, as well as some of our professional and graduate students as well. We'll talk a little bit more about what that means to you as a student, but thinking in general about UK, we like to think of UK as a place where everything is possible. So as you can see from some of these numbers, there are endless opportunities waiting for you on campus. So with over 200 academic majors, knowing that you have a variety of areas of study to choose from, and you can pursue those and have options if you change your mind. I also want to point out that one of only 8 institutions in the nation that has that full complement all on one campus. So what that means for you is when you come to visit us, you can walk from one end of campus to the other and have all of those opportunities, all of those different disciplines right here on campus. I mentioned that we are a big school, so we have big opportunities, but also want to, of course, make sure that you don't feel as though you're just a face in the crowd or a number on a piece of paper. So things like a 16-to-1 student to faculty ratio and 85% of classes having less than 50 students on them speaks to that. College can be challenging. That transition can be challenging. So having adequate academic and social support, so things like that, the 20 learning and tutoring centers all help with that. And on the social side of things, getting involved on campus is one of the best ways to really create your community and build a home at UK. This is one of my favorite things to talk about and could spend our whole time together. But I will just leave with you that we have over 550 registered student organizations. So there's a place for you to get plugged in on campus and build that smaller community within our institution. So whether you like sports, music, academic, snowboarding, animals, whatever the case may be, there's a way for you to get connected. Another great way that students build a community is by living on campus. So we find that students who live on campus, you feel more connected. You have that greater sense of community. We also get better grades. We find students who live on campus have a higher GPA. And these very small pictures show you a little bit about where you would be living on campus. So as you can see, all of our residence halls are apartment or suite style, which is nice because you have your own space and then you really only share a bathroom with at most 3 people, which is nice. We also offer 13 living learning programs, and these are programs where you as a student will live and learn with students who have similar interests, come from similar backgrounds, or have similar goals in mind. So again, just another way for you to build that community really before you step foot on campus and get connected to other students who have those similarities with you as you head to UK. But speaking of other students heading to UK, we sure do love our Hoosiers down here on campus. So this gives you a little idea of the students that we have on campus. Typically, we have around 500 other Indiana students on campus. And really, no matter where you live in Indiana, getting to Lexington is pretty easy, a pretty easy drive. So it's nice that you are far enough away to feel like you're in a new place, kind of doing a new thing, but then still close enough by that you can get home for, a weekend or the holidays or whatever the case may be. But of course, we also hope that you will find your home away from home in the in the city of Lexington. So we are so proud to be home in Lexington. You're on your tour of the state of Kentucky tonight, but I'll just share that Lexington, we're the second biggest city in the state of Kentucky, which is nice because you have a lot of things to do, great places to eat and shop, but yet it's still small enough that you have that welcoming, kind environment. Campus itself is located right in the heart of downtown Lexington. So you are right there in the midst of everything and able to get access to pretty much anything you want. So just to share some bragging points with you about Lexington, and I will recognize my bias right now because I love living in Lexington. But in general, as you all are embarking on your college search process, getting to know the city or town that the college is located in is really helpful. So that's why I wanted to share a little bit about Lexington. And as you plan your visit to UK, let me know and I'll send you some of my favorite things to check out while you are in town. The last thing I want to leave you with is applying to UK. We hope that all of you will consider applying to UK when the time is right. And here's just a little bit of information about what you would need to do and what information we're going to ask for you. So try to make the process easy for you and easy to follow. Typically, the application will be available starting in early August of your senior year, but you can definitely let me know if you're interested and we can make sure you get that information. But grab this information and just know that we would love to have you apply your senior year. And then finally, want to leave you, of course, with my contact information. I've enjoyed sharing this really fast, quick pieces of information with you about the University of Kentucky, and do want to let you know that if you are able and you're comfortable, we'd love to have you come visit us on campus. We are offering campus tours, but grab my contact information. I'm here to help however I can, and thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to working with y'all.
Lindsay, thanks so much to you and the University of Kentucky. Next up, I have the opportunity to introduce to you the Eastern Kentucky University. Brandy, take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Brandy Chamberlain, and my PowerPoint is not wanting to cooperate with me here. There we go. So my name is Brandy Chamberlain, and I am your admissions counselor at Eastern Kentucky University. I do cover the whole state of Indiana. So if you have any questions about EKU or our programs, I would be the one for you to contact. So all of my contact information is listed here on the screen. You can call me, text me, email me anytime. I'm happy to help any way that I can. I do like to let students know that our text numbers are computerized text numbers, so they don't actually come to a phone. So we only get those text messages when we are actually logged in to the computer program. So I always like to let everybody know that that might not necessarily be an instantaneous response method. But just a little bit about Eastern Kentucky University. We are the 4th largest university in the state of Kentucky, and we are one of 8 public universities. We are located in Richmond, Kentucky, which is only about 20 miles south of Lexington. So all of those distances that Lindsay shared with you for the distance from different places in Indiana to UK's campus, just add about 20 miles onto that, and then you would be at EKU's campus in Richmond. So we are often referred to as the Campus Beautiful because of our geographic location at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And we are considered to be a school of opportunity because nearly 1/3 of our student population are first generation college students. And that's something that we're really super proud of. And because we have such a large first gen population, we have created excellent support services available for our first gen students. So we're considered a medium-sized university. We have an overall total enrollment of just under 15,000 students and an undergraduate student population of just under 12,000 students. Now, with us being a medium-sized university, you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the experiences of a large university living on campus, getting involved, but you also get the benefit of small class sizes. So our student to faculty ratio, the technical numbers are 15:1, and our average class size is 18 students. But even with the general education classes, regardless of what your major is, it is going to be an extremely rare occurrence to be in a class with more than 35 students at EKU. You are never going to be sitting in a large auditorium style classroom. So we do have over 100 career-focused academic programs with right about 180 different majors and minors that you can choose from at EKU. A lot of times students will say, yes, that's great, but they want to know, what's it going to cost me? And cost is going to be one of the most important factors in your decision. Obviously, you want to pick a place that has programs that you're interested in studying. You want to make sure you visit that campus, and then overall, what's going to be the best for you financially. So one of the really cool things about EKU is that we offer all out-of-state students, so non-Kentucky residents. You can see on here for the full-time tuition for an entire year for a Kentucky resident is $9,266. The full-time tuition for an entire year for a non-Kentucky resident is only $10,300. So we do not charge double tuition for our out-of-state students. So that's something that we're really super proud of at EKU. And then when you're looking at your overall final cost, it's going to, really depend on the style of housing that you decide to live in, as well as the meal plan that you select. So we do have traditional style all the way up to super suite style housing. And we do not require freshmen to live in any specific residence hall. You actually get to pick where you are going to live. We also do require students to live on campus for freshman and sophomore years, or up until you have completed 60 credit hours. And then once you reach that point, it's up to you if you decide to continue to live on campus or if you decide to move off campus. So these are some of our scholarships that we do offer students, and out-of-state students are eligible to apply for these scholarships. Now, of the scholarships that I have listed on here, the only scholarship that you do not have to apply for is our Study Strong scholarship. So that is for students who complete AP courses, and all you have to do is submit your AP scores to us. And if you qualify for that scholarship, you are going to automatically receive that scholarship. And then we do have some merit-based scholarships for out-of-state students as well. So not only do you get that great tuition rate, you could possibly qualify for our merit scholarships and then apply for these other scholarships that are listed here as well. One of the things that we're super, super, super excited about starting this fall is that all undergraduate students at EKU are going to receive every single one of their textbooks completely free. Does not matter the state you're from, the program you're studying, your GPA, your ACT score, every student receives their textbooks for free. And we estimate that on the average, that's going to save students about $1,200 a year, but it could save you even more than that. So that's something we're super excited about. So our admission process is pretty straightforward. Our application is free, so you never have to pay a fee. You just go onto our website that's listed down at the bottom. It will take about 10 minutes for you to fill out the application. You send us your high school transcript, and that is it. So we do not require test scores for admission. We base solely off of GPA. Now, we do use test scores for some course placement as well as some scholarship eligibility, but for admission purposes, we go strictly based off of a GPA. So as long as you have a 2.0 or higher, you are going to be admitted into EKU. So we do have some virtual services, but we are conducting in-person visits on campus. So if you have not visited campus, this is the website that you can go to. You can schedule a campus visit, and we would love to see you on our campus. And if you have any questions about EKU, feel free to contact me anytime. Thank you.
Brandy, thanks so much to you and EKU. Wow, I hope you guys are having fun so far. We've heard from 2 great schools, but we still have several to go. So next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Northern Kentucky University. Jake, take it away whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Thanks so much for having me here today. Let me go ahead and share my screen and get things going. Alrighty, perfect. So as you heard, my name is Jake. I'm the admissions counselor, your admissions counselor from Northern Kentucky University. I serve
Jake?
Yeah, what's up?
It's not showing the presentation mode, at
Not
least on my
showing.
side yet.
Well, I've got my dual screen set up here, so that might be an issue with that. Let me see if I can fix that. I apologize.
Don't apologize. Technology is technology, you know?
All right, let's try this again. How about that?
Nope, not
Nope.
yet.
Oh boy.
You know what? We might have just lost Jake. Oh no, there he is.
Did that work for you?
No.
Oh man, I am
Do you
really sorry.
do you want me to move on to the next school and I can add you
Yes.
back in? Okay.
That would be
So-
fantastic.
Great. Let's move on to Western Kentucky University and we'll come back to Northern Kentucky University here soon. So Caroline, thanks for hopping in here and take it away whenever you're ready. And you're on mute, I think, Caroline. We can see your screen and it looks great.
You can see it?
Yep.
Sorry about that. All right. Hi, y'all. My name is Caroline, and I'm your admissions counselor from Western Kentucky University. I'm just going to go through this presentation real quick and give y'all a few good facts about WKU and coming to the Hill. All right. So we'll start out with campus. So our campus is kind of a best of both worlds situation as well. We have roughly 18,000 students on our campus, but your class size is only going to be around 24 people per class. So you'll be able to have that large university feel, but with a close-knit community. Our student to faculty ratio is 17:1. So you'll be able to connect with your professors, get to know them, and they'll be there to help you with whatever you need. Our additional opportunities on campus, we have over 150 academic programs with biology, business, education, engineering, and nursing being some of our more popular tracks that students take. We have over 350 registered student organizations, which include Greek life, major-based clubs, religious clubs. There's just about something for everybody on our campus. And if there, for some reason, isn't a club that you are looking into and you want to start it, you can do that. So that's super cool. We have free tutoring and career services. I personally took advantage of the tutoring services while I was on campus. I had a stats class that I went to a tutor for every week, and it really helped me out. So for sure, take advantage of that. We have free access to our fitness facilities called the Preston Center, where we have basketball courts, indoor track, state-of-the-art gym, outdoor equipment that's rentable for you. And you can also take classes during the week like yoga or Zumba. So that's really awesome. And then we also have all student parking. So freshmen are allowed to bring their cars to campus. We have several different parking lots and parking structures. You can just buy the parking pass that's suitable to you. Our residence halls have all undergone multi-million-dollar renovations in the past few years. We're really excited about our freshman village that's actually opening up this coming fall for all of our freshmen to have the opportunity to live there in a living learning program in a pod style living situation. So we're really pumped about that. scholarships. So this one's really important and we're really excited about it too. This is a new scholarship that we'll have next year, starting in the fall, for our first-time freshman students that are residents of any state that border Kentucky. So as you can see, Indiana is one of those. So you can come to WKU for in-state tuition rate. This scholarship is automatically renewable each year if you keep your GPA at a 2.5 each year. Another scholarship that we have that is automatically applied to your account is our merit-based scholarship, and this is based on your GPA in high school. It's also renewable for 4 years if you keep the 3.0 GPA at WKU. So if you currently have in high school a 3.0 to a 4.0, you could be eligible for any of the dollar amounts you see on the screen here. If you, for some reason, have a 3.2 and when you graduate you have a 3.4, you can send us your updated transcript, and we will up that scholarship for you from a 2,500 to 3,000. So that's really great too. So definitely keep an eye on that. Once you graduate, send us an updated transcript. We also have several other scholarships our students can apply for. We try to make the WKU as financially students able to go there. We wanted everybody to come to Western. Sorry, I messed up my words there. We just try to make it as easy as possible for you to get into WKU. And we have over 1,200 other scholarships that students can apply for on our top dollar scholarship portal. These scholarships are due by February 1st, but not all of them will close by then. So you can still check those out afterwards. There's so many on there, and you'll just take a quick little survey about yourself, your involvement in high school, and the 1,200 will narrow down to ones that you are most applicable for, that you qualify for, and they are just specific to you. So you can check those out whenever you apply for scholarships. And lastly, we would love for you guys to apply to Western. Our application is fairly easy, and everything that you apply for at WKU is all in one spot. So it's all on wku.edu. So whenever you apply for WKU as a whole, when you apply for housing, everything is right there, scholarships. So we try to make it easy on you guys. But to apply to WKU, we'll just need your transcript, your application fee or fee waiver if you have one. And we don't have to have essays or letters of recommendation to apply to WKU. We are test optional. That started this year. Our test scores are still required for students that have a 2.49 or lower GPA. So we still will need your ACT or SAT score along with your transcript if you fall within that range. If you have higher, you don't have to send us your scores, but I still suggest that students do so for awards purposes, scholarship purposes. It always really helps to have those on file. And lastly, here's my contact information, as well as my colleague Cassidy. She's on here, and she's happy to answer any questions y'all might have at the end here. But y'all can email us, call us, tweet at us if you want. We're available in many different ways. So just go ahead and send us a quick email or give us a call after this presentation. If you have any more specific questions that you'd like to ask us, we're here to help, and we would love to have y'all on the Hill.
Caroline, thank you so much to you and Western Kentucky University. We are halfway through our presentations, and audience, don't forget, you can put those questions in the chat at any time. Just make sure you note which college or university that you're directing your questions to. So up next, I have the opportunity of introducing to you Spalding University. Jessica, take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much. Hi guys, let me share my screen really quick with you all. All right, so my name is Jessica. I am your admissions counselor for Spalding University. I work with all of our Indiana students. I'm from Indiana myself, so it's kind of my home ground. A little bit of basic information about Spalding is that we're a small private liberal arts school located right in the heart of downtown Louisville, Kentucky. We have a 10-to-1 student to teacher ratio, but the largest class size that anyone would sit in is going to be right at 30 students. We keep those classes really small so that way you get the opportunity to know your professors and really get to bond with them. We also have a 6-week block schedule, which is super unique to us, and I'll go a little bit more into depth with that later. But I do think it allows our students to be more successful overall. And we also have over 25 different clubs and organizations on campus. So first, we are an NCAA Division III school. Basically, what that means is that we cannot offer any athletic scholarship for students, but it does give our students a great opportunity to continue in their sport if they want to. We do have a whole bunch of different sports: baseball, softball, basketball, cross country, and we're also adding lacrosse this coming fall, which is super exciting. At the top of the screen, you can see a picture of our new sports facilities. We just added those a couple blocks away from us in downtown, so all of our students have access to go play on the fields, and also for, of course, our soccer and softball games are hosted there as well. Now, I mentioned a little bit about the block schedule, but this is actually how it is set up for this current year. So how it works is each student will only take 1 or 2 classes at a time, and they take them Monday through Thursday for 6 weeks. The end of the 6 weeks, our students will take their finals, they get a whole week off of school, and then they're going to come back and do it all over again. So every university you're looking at will ask that you take 5 classes a semester to graduate in 4 years. The same thing applies to Spalding. You just get to break it up a little bit more, where you're only taking that 1 or 2 at a time instead of trying to juggle all 5 at the same time, which is really awesome. You still get all the normal breaks. Between block 2 and block 3 is always Thanksgiving. You get Christmas and New Year off during block 3. And then a fun one for us in between block 5 and block 6 is typically Derby week. So being in Louisville, it gives our students a great chance to explore the city, get to see all the different events that are being hosted and that kind of stuff. So next, the big questions are tuition and fees. So we are a private school, so out of state and in-state, they pay the same tuition. It's right at $13,200 a semester. And then housing is going to be $2,000 a semester as well. Now that number is scary, I understand, but that's not what our students are paying. Every student has some sort of financial aid added pretty much. So our first scholarship will be based off of your GPA and your ACT score. So for Spalding, the automatic admission requirements are a 2.5 GPA and a 20 on your ACT, or we are test optional for a 3.0 GPA. So basically what you do to figure out your scholarship is you take whatever GPA you have, find out where it fits into our matrix over here, and you automatically get that number on the other side of it as a base award. Now, we don't require the ACT, as I mentioned, but if you have taken it and you got an 18 or higher, you will just multiply that score you got times 100, and that is also added onto your scholarship each year for 4 years. That also being said, any of our out-of-state students who live on campus get 10% off of tuition and room and board automatically. So you're automatically getting a lot of money off the number just to start with, and that's just the basic scholarship information. There's a lot more in there as well. And then for academic majors and programs, we have a lot of the big majors and programs. Some big ones for us are business, education. A lot of our students from Indiana will get a dual, have their accreditation transferred to Indiana so they can go be a teacher back home. We also have the oldest nursing school in the state of Kentucky, so we're really proud of that. We're right in the heart of downtown, so a lot of students get to work at local hospitals. We also have our OT program, which is really popular, and all of our students will go through and get their doctorate as well, so that way they can practice. Now, as I mentioned, we are in Louisville. You've kind of gotten your tour of the Commonwealth so far. Louisville is the largest city in Kentucky, and we're right in the heart of it. It's ranked one of the top best cities for job seekers. So once you're looking for your career after you graduate, it's a great place to start. And it's also ranked one of the best food cities, which I can attest to. I've tried as many restaurants as I possibly can here. Louisville's a fun city to get to know the culture of and really get to explore. So being in the heart of downtown, it's a really fun place to be. So your next steps is just completing your online application. We have an application on our website as well as we are on Common App. And then just sending your transcripts and test scores to us, whichever ones you want to send, and then get your application started. Your application opens up August of your senior year. And like I said, my name is Jessica. I work with all of our Indiana students, and I'm going to actually put my email in the chat. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them, to send them my way. Thanks.
Jessica, thanks so much to you and Spalding University. Next up, I'd like to introduce to you University of Louisville. David, take it away whenever you're ready.
What's up? L's up, the other school in Louisville, that's me. We've also got a third, there's Bellarmine. So while you're coming to visit all these other schools, you're gonna have to pass through Louisville. Why not stop by us first? And you can ship off to check out all these other great schools. Of course, I clicked off the Zoom, so now I got to find the Zoom again in order to share my screen. So we are located, like Spalding said, we're located in the largest city in Kentucky, which is really nice for students that are looking to get out, explore, try new things. You only have to go 10 minutes from campus and then boom, there's Louisville. So we're not right downtown here's our campus. Actually, we're 10 minutes removed from downtown. So we have off Broadway, on Broadway plays. I won't touch on the food. You already heard how great it is. So there's always something to do, something to see, something to get involved in. And then 6,000 students on our campus have utilized our 3 career centers. We have 3 career centers that can help students to get internships, job shadows, explore what's outside of the classroom in, their interested, field of study. So we really encourage students to use that to get involved in our city, not just for how much fun you can have, but how it can grow and then help you. There's about 3,000 first-time freshmen that enter U of L each year, and they come onto this campus. So what's really nice is you're going to be getting class sizes that are similar to what you see in high school. You're not going to be totally overwhelmed by our size. If you've ever visited our campus, it only takes about 10 minutes to get anywhere. We're flat. There's no hills. A first-time freshman student, they can bring a car to campus, but it's not necessary. Our students do have access to the Louisville bus system where they can, jump to the different neighborhoods for free. You can bring a car as a first-time freshman, or use some of the electric scooters, the shareable bikes, different ways to explore, and that's the way you can get around when you're not just on campus. I'll go back to this slide. We have it's exploring the city, getting to know campus, joining clubs and organizations. We have over 400 different clubs on campus, from clubs that, from your major to help you grow in your major, to clubs that are based on interests. We're the home of the Kentucky Derby, and Churchill Downs is just a mile from our campus. So we have if you have anything that's interested in horses, we might be the school for you. One of the reasons why, you're going to school is you're looking for a major, you're looking for something to study and to grow in. So we're really popular and we're known for our School of Engineering, our College of Business, our School of Nursing. While we have some top majors and programs and popular programs that I'll list off for you, it's not capturing all of who we are and what we offer. So I'm going to encourage you to go to our website. This is for all the schools that are on here. Search their majors and go on our website, search, and then you can actually dive into our flight plan. And when you dive into our flight plan, it's got a breakdown of what your 4-year schedule, potentially could look like. I say potentially because 60% of first-time freshman students are bringing in some sort of academic, college credit with them, whether it's AP or IB classes. Usually you need a 3 or 4 on the test or higher in order to have it transfer to U of L, or maybe you're taking dual enrollment. Those classes, as long as you're taking general ed classes, should transfer to the University of Louisville. So checking out our catalog and checking out the flight plan is pretty neat to look at. So some of our, top most popular majors are mechanical engineering and computer science engineering, political science, criminal justice, marketing and finance. Those are lumped together, 1 and 2. Sports administration. We have a really popular and well-known sports administration program. And those, because there's so much to offer, sports-wise in Louisville and on campus, L's up, Lamar Jackson, the youngest NCAA Heisman Trophy winner in history. Those sports administration students get to do a lot outside of, just the classroom. Any students and music therapy. My gosh, there's a music therapy program, really unique. And it's only 1 of 3 in the country that actually have a lab on site. So you're not only learning it, but they can go and see, professionals practicing in the lab. We also get a ton of chemistry, biology, psychology students. With the medical district just being 10 minutes from campus, there's a lot of students that come to us interested in, being pre-med, and we have those majors. We are a research school. We're an R1 research institution. So you're learning from professors that are current and up to date in the topics that they teach. You have the possibility of doing undergraduate research if you're a standout student. So there's a lot, academically that we can provide, and please, seek out help. We have a tutoring center on campus. A ton of students utilize it. If you're thinking about going to these other schools, utilize the resources that are there to help you succeed while you're in school. You're probably wondering, where am I going to be eating? Where am I going to be sleeping? Because I can't be in the city every night and day. This is what you see on the screen here. This is what's available with your food plan. You do have to have a meal plan no matter what year in school you are. And all the stars indicate where you're living. There's a 2-year live-on requirement on campus. And then 60% of students continue to live on campus. While there is off-campus housing, most students will live on campus in that 10 to 15-minute bubble that is our campus, because we do offer suite and different, apartment style living on campus. So when we're talking about applying to the Ville, there's two ways to do it. If you know any seniors, we're still accepting, applications. We're enrolling in mission school. So if you know any seniors, tell them to apply. If you're a junior on the call, August 1st is when, you're going to be able to apply to the University of Louisville. You can choose to apply with test scores, or we're test optional for next year. So you can choose to apply test optional without test scores. We'll need you to pay the fee. And then, what's important to keep in mind is scholarships, because when you're applying could influence, scholarships and what's available to you. So it's important to know December 15th is a big deadline for our specialized scholarships. May 1st is the deadline for our regular scholarships. And what do I mean by specialized and regular? Well, here we go. What you see circled in red, those are the scholarships that are regular. They have that May 1st, deadline. So for our students that are right across the border from Louisville and the southern Indiana counties, you actually aren't considered an in-state student. You get trustees. If you're from anywhere else in Indiana, you're getting the regional scholars to cut down on your cost. What you'll see at the bottom of the screen are the specialized scholarships that have that December 15th deadline. Check our website for the scholarship offerings, and what the requirements are. Over the summer, we make changes. So the best time to check it is towards the end of the summer, beginning of the school year. All right, hit us up, email us at admitme. I'll go back to admite@louisville.edu. If you want to ask us any questions, we're here to help you. Okay, go Cards.
David, thanks so much to you and the University of Louisville. Our final presentation tonight will be from Northern Kentucky University. Jake, take it away whenever you're ready.
Perfect. Thanks so much. Let's give this another try. All right, did we get it that time?
Perfect.
Thank goodness. Okay, perfect. So as you might have heard before, my name is Jake. I'm the admissions counselor, your admissions counselor from Northern Kentucky University. I serve the whole state of Indiana. I'm also a 2018 grad. So I'm going to get into a little bit what about NKU is about. I'm going to start off with a few of my favorite facts and stats about the university. NKU has been named one of the best colleges in the United States by Forbes for more than 10 years in a row. We also have a student population of a little over 14,500 students. So I like to call that the Goldilocks school. It's not too big, not too small, nice and right in the middle there. We're also only 52 years young. So, we're changing and growing as we age. So we're a relatively young campus. We also have a student to faculty ratio of 19:1. So not only do you get to know your professors really well, you get to know your classmates really well. Like you see down there, the average class size is being 24. So you get to know your classmates really well, your professors, you get to do work on projects with your classmates. And we also have over 80 majors across all of the schools at NKU. So there's a lot of options to choose from. The campus itself, as you can see there on the left of that picture, is actually only 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. Depending on how fast you drive, you can kind of see the Cincinnati skyline over there in the corner. Really what this does is it offers our students the opportunity for internships, co-ops with large Cincinnati companies, as well as Northern Kentucky companies in the area while they're in school. There's plenty of internship opportunities, co-ops, and there's also opportunities for employment in the city after you graduate. We have a career services office on campus that is here specifically to help our students find those programs and jobs after they graduate, and internships while they're in school. The actual campus itself is only about 420 acres, so you can get around the entire campus in about an hour and a half. It is also one of the most accessible campuses in the United States. So, whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you have to walk around on crutches for a week or two, you can get to your classes, no problem, extremely easy. And we're also the 23rd safest college in America. We are on our own little pocket in Highland Heights, Kentucky that, we're on our own little space there. We also have a dedicated police force on campus. So, they can get to anywhere on campus in less than a minute. So, whether you need to walk home from class late at night and you're not feeling comfortable doing that, you can give them a call. They'll be happy to help you get back to your dorm when you're finished, studying at the library or something late. So as I mentioned earlier, NKU has 7 academic colleges. And so I'll talk a little bit about each of these real quick. The College of Arts and Sciences has most of our programs and majors. It has all of our biology, chemistry, our pre-programs, so like pre-dental, pre-medical. It also is home to our School of the Arts, which is the largest School of the Arts program in the state of Kentucky. We have the most performances as well as art gallery openings out of all the schools in Kentucky. So it allows our students to get a nice opportunity to showcase their work. We also have the Hale U.S. Bank College of Business. So this is for students interested in accounting, marketing, finance, really any business program. We also have our College of Informatics, which our newest program in that school is cybersecurity. So any program in the College of Informatics deals with data, how we collect it, how we sort it, how we communicate it, and now how we protect it. We also have our College of Education. This college prepares any student looking to teach for their career. So the really neat thing about our College of Education is that it prepares you to teach in Ohio, Kentucky, or Indiana. So you can be certified to teach in any of those states. We have our College of Health and Human Services, which is housed in our newest building on campus. You can kind of see there in that thumbnail. That building and that school house our nursing program, radiologic science program. So if you're interested in that, that's where you'd want to go. NKU is also home to the Salmon P. Chase College of Law. So if you're interested in getting your bachelor's degree in law or your full law degree after you graduate from your undergraduate, you can do that right at NKU. And we also have our honors college. That's a little bit different from our other academic colleges. It sort of acts as a minor with your major. So you can be in any program. You could be a psychology major, marketing major, and also be an honors student. That is for our the honors college is for our students looking for like a more in-depth look at specific topics, really focused on research, experiential learning instead of test taking. Things to do on campus. We have 22 Greek life organizations and over 250 student organizations. So the really neat thing about our student orgs is that they're student run, student led, and out of all of the student organizations, we have a bunch. There's a rock climbing student organization. We've got a hiking club. I know some students made a Chipotle club where they just got together and had some Chipotle. If none of those fit what you're looking for, you're encouraged to create your own. You just gather some friends and start your own club. It's really, really cool opportunity for our students there. We've also have 17 NCAA Division I sports. That includes our basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball, and as an NKU student, you can do those for free. It's a really easy application process. You can apply online on our website, pay the $40 application fee, and send us your high school transcripts as well as any college transcripts with if you earned any dual credit courses. We are also, if you have a 2.75 GPA or higher, you can submit your ACT, or you will not have to submit your ACT or SAT scores. We are test optional. Talk a little bit about tuition. For our out-of-state residents, the annual cost is $19,872. And as you can see at the bottom there, we have select Indiana counties, Dearborn, Franklin, Jefferson, Ohio, Ripley, and Switzerland that actually get that in-state rate. We don't like those counties any more than the rest of Indiana. We love all of Indiana, but we have an agreement with the government of Indiana to offer that because we are the closest four-year institution. Now, for the rest of the Indiana counties, we have our EDGE Award. And what this is an automatic scholarship.
Jake, I'm so sorry. I know the 6 minutes goes super, super fast. So I'd like to I'd like all of you to turn back on your cameras and share just a little bit more about your institution. So we're going to have to go pretty quickly because we only have a couple of minutes. But what is your favorite event or tradition on campus? Or give us a fun fact, and we'll start with the University of Kentucky up first.
Oh my gosh. To potentially not say something that everyone else is going to say, but I'm afraid they will, but it really is my true answer. One of my favorite events that you almost could really call a tradition would be our Dance Blue. It's a 24-hour, no sitting, no sleeping marathon. And that's really the culmination of a year's worth of work that all students, well, not all students, but our Dance Blue students really dive in and invest. And all of the money goes towards students or children, I say students, with pediatric cancer. So it does incredible stuff. And it's really on my heart because they just had it this past weekend, and it was the first ever virtual one, as most things have been. But I would say, and I apologize for, I know there's some other dance marathons in the crew, so I apologize for taking that one, but that is one that is just an absolute favorite.
Thank you. Next, Brandy from Eastern Kentucky University.
So my favorite tradition is we have a ravine on campus, and it's just a beautiful area. It's an outdoor auditorium, and once it starts to get warm outside and everything starts to bloom, we have students who will just throw a bunch of hammocks up all throughout the ravine, and they just kind of hang out and just be outdoors, and it's just really super cool.
I love it. Jake from Northern Kentucky.
I'd say my favorite is our Victor Fest event, and it's an event that we do every year for our incoming freshmen, as well as all the students that are on campus. All the student organizations get together around the lake that's in the middle of our campus, have representatives come and talk to everybody, just find ways to get involved.
Awesome. And I think Caroline, I think you're next.
All right, my favorite event on campus would have to be homecoming, and I might be biased because I worked for our football team as a student, but I love football, and we have our big game day on Saturday. We have a parade on Friday, and all week we have events on campus for our students. It's a lot of fun. It's a really fun week.
Thank you. And Jessica from Spalding.
So every year, right around the Derby, we actually have a student-run rat race where our students will race the rats around a Derby-style track and see who wins. And it's always just so much fun. Everyone gets so excited. The whole school comes to the gym to watch it. It's always just really fun.
I love it. David, I think you're last.
There's white squirrels in Kentucky, and especially on our campus. So when you're on campus, you're trying to find the white squirrel, and if you see it, you take a picture and you get a t-shirt.
Hey, that's interesting and totally fun. Who doesn't want a t-shirt? Also, I spotted the white squirrel. Everyone, I hope that you'll take a good look at these professionals on the screen. They are here to help you through this college search process. They're all smiling, and they are real people who care about you and want to see you be successful. So don't hesitate to reach out to them, phone, email, whatever works for you. They'd rather hear from you than you get that information from College Confidential or from a secondhand source. So thanks for joining us this evening. There's a quick 4-question survey as you close out. We hope that you'll provide us with some feedback. Sign up for more sessions. There's still one more whole hour of these sessions. I hope that you enjoyed this format, and the recording of this session and all the recordings that happened today will be available at strivescan.com/Indiana within 1 week. So with that, best wishes with your college search, everyone. Bye-bye.